feel good about this.
What you feel good about?
I feel like the energy is right. I feel like there's been a cleansing of sorts. I feel free. Um, uh, Ambitious, maybe is not the right word. Definitely hopeful. I think it's beyond hope.
Okay.
There's a certain faith that exists right now, not only because of the faith in you and I, but faith in things that I've seen going on in my own life that I've been praying for, and God is showing up. And if He's showing up there, He'll show up in everything that concerns me.
Only will.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see where this is going. I've been researching the number 10, and it looks like that number is a good thing for us, and I'm excited about it. It's
Well,
not it's not the end, it's a beginning.
this is the number 8, and with our commitment, 10 episode contract, we're a groovy number 8. It's so sexy. It's like a woman's shape or a Coca-Cola bottle or the thing that the ladies, go in circles when they're ice skating, and it's a whole number. It's full 4 and 4, half and half. So it presents evenness, and I'm looking forward to going forward. So that being said, hey, peace people. It's your boy D Wells in the building, and I'm here with the illustrious, the voluptuous, the industrious. I think her name is. Wait a minute, her name is. Is it Wave? No. Is it Craze? No. Is it Purple Haze? No. Is sick.
Sage.
Hey.
Hey, family. We're so glad to be back with you again today. I know we've been gone for a minute and we missed you too, but we're so glad to be back, and we got some good stuff for you today. Oh,
It's a bit
it's a bit emotional.
it's not so much emotional as there is emotion connected to this discussion because with any journey that you go on, there has to be a learning. They say no pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. No gain. No. Okay, we can't do that. But you get the gist, all right? So at the end of the day, lots to talk about in current events. We got our, there's a template. Now, I'm not going to tell you the template, but we have a measure of discussion which we go into. But everybody's done their homework, and everybody's roaring to get started. So hold on, let's set the mood for a second. Ooh.
Oh, how are you feeling today, D Wells?
Hey,
I
stop
like
your
it.
finger. Do your stare. Do your finger. You can do it all by yourself. Now let me see you do it. Hey.
Hey.
So
Oh, so glad to be back
yeah,
in the chop shop. This is what we do. It feels good.
it's a blessing. I thank God. So off topic. In the last couple of episodes, you might have heard me, particularly in regular form, and just for comedy purposes, just to let y'all know that I let my hair down, and I ain't got no fear of the power that's been placed in curse words or certain topics, and I speak from the heart, and I always come in truth, and those conversations that you might not see every day a person's having doesn't mean they don't speak like this, because whether you like it or not, I bet you a lot of my points were identifiable. You either got mad or you laughed, but it registered in your psyche, in your heart, in your minds, and you're going to say, hey, I either like that or didn't like that, but it hit home. And don't let the sentence enhancers ever take you away from the message, and the message is LOVE.
Love at all times. Well, we always tell you guys that's the center of everything that we do. This is a labor of love for us. We crave coming into this studio and pouring our hearts into, this recording system, hoping that it translates and goes out into the airways, into social media, and you feel everything that we have to give.
Yes, Lord. So that being said, today's going to be a bit of a different type of format. We're going to try to create a radio station today, and it's going to be an album release party. We're going to talk about some topics in between tracks. the album that I just released called Memphis, a little bit before the summer, maybe a little bit before the, hey, yeah, thank you, you're far too kind. I put my heart into this album. Getting a decent amount of buzz. I mean, it's been going on for more than 6 months, so some people know about it, but I'm going to release it again because you know what? I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The more people hear, the more people cheer. So we're going to set it off that way, but we're going to have discussion in between. And tell me what you think about the format. Hit us up at Sage knows all the addresses.
So on Facebook, it's the Chop Chop Shop. You can also hit us up on our email at dwellsn, the letter N, sage, SAGE, at gmail.com.
You can hit me up on Instagram in my IG or my you can slide in my DM, son. The number one DWELLZ. All right, and that's pretty much how you can reach me on Twitter. Dave Wishes Hope on Facebook, and we out here. So, you want to start, Sage, or?
Yeah, you go ahead. You know, right. You always the lead. You go ahead and take it, and I will bring it on home.
All right now. So, in our last couple of attempts to record, well, before I say that, I want to set it up properly. You know how when you're so close to something, and it's as Sage mentioned, it's a labor of love, and it's like, you're doing everything, but you ask yourself, well, what the hell am I doing this for anyway? People are listening. They may be listening. They might not be listening. Sometimes you just gotta ask yourself, what the. And so there was a discouragement that came in with an element of confusion. And I want to give a shout out to the young man that came into my studio, because in the failure of attempt to bring forth information, because this is we're starting to get into the guests segments of the show. Well, this gentleman wanted to discuss something that I personally find is how can I say? Well, we all know that a lot of states are starting to legalize the use of marijuana, right? So, case in point, I had a gentleman that wanted to come on to the set and discuss recreational use of mushrooms, shrooms as they call them, and the popular belief is that they have the same medicinal effect as marijuana. Me, I'm not an advocate, nor do I take my opinion away from it. I have used marijuana in my lifetime, and what I found from marijuana is that it expanded my mind. It made my writing abilities and my sensibilities and the margins that I would choose, or just hearing things from a broader plateau or playing field. I found myself better suited to go into my imagination. I felt braver and I felt deeper. Also, with all of the hemp oils, all of the different, from shampoo to toothpaste to creams that go on your body to vitamins that you ingest. I mean, it seems like I don't know if these states are legalizing the use of marijuana based on FDA approvals, but I do know that in the holistic community, it's starting to become a more acceptable thing, simply because it always has been. Taking from the earth. I don't know if you want to, or just keep going.
You can keep going. I do have a point on it, and you know that I have a very definite point on it, but you were making a point about the gentleman that we had on, and I want you to be able to finish that.
Well, it's important to me to express to him that my way of bringing forth his information was a couple of things. One, inviting someone to my studio, which is in my home, but setting up an atmosphere where it's laxed. Two alpha males coming into the situation on two very different points of view and two different types of platforms. And so my way of doing it was basically, we start off jovial, it's jokey, we have some spirits, we have some candles going, we we kind of lighten the mood so we get to know each other, and it turned into a lot of confusions on a lot of reasons. One, again, the testosterone was there. The confusion and the connection between me and my partner 6-7 episodes in, and months of knowing this person, and just the general knowledge of and benefit of this particular substance. Now, what has intrigued me about mushrooms and even wanting to talk about it fearfully, one of our idols, we love this guy, Mike Tyson. Never in Mike's 40-year career, has he's always said things of a profound nature, but as of late it sounds like he's taken, he's gone to church, he's relaxed himself, he's expanding his mind, he's talking to his Buddhist, his priest, his pastor, whatever the case. And in many cases, he's got a lot of profound things to say.
So, Mike, you said he's always been profound. Well, there's a difference between profound and eloquent. Mike is now profound and eloquent. He says things that he can speak, I think, to anyone in any room,
right,
and they would respond. Whereas previously, Mike, you know what? Don't say that in certain company, And now,
say that. Explain. What do you mean?
We look back at Mike in his early career, and he would just say stuff off the cuff.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, Mike,
and
next time, don't say
would be profound as well.
It would be profound, but not eloquent. But now he's profound and eloquent, and he can speak in any room. And he accredits that to the mushrooms calming his mind, calming his temper. So that being said, I invited the gentleman to come on because I knew that he had experience with it, not understanding that he wasn't going to be able to effectively communicate what he knew over the air, and the way that we carry on the show wasn't effective for him. I think it caught him off guard. Again, that the testosterone in the room, the energy just wasn't conducive. So I apologize for bringing in someone without us quite being ready, and maybe we should have interviewed him ahead of time. Even though I knew him personally, we should have done it different. But this is part of the podcasting. We're learning as we go, right?
Correct.
That being said, the benefits that he shared and the benefits that I've researched, I just encourage you guys to watch on Netflix a docuseries called How to Change Your Mind. Totally about the health benefits of the LSD, which is concentrated mushrooms, and in the health world they're using it to change people's lives dramatically. And that's what we wanted to express. But we're maybe at another time, at another date, another taping, we can bring in someone who can more effectively communicate that for us.
Well, not just that. We here at the Chop Shop, I mean, we're going to be as responsible as we can. So yes, if you're thinking about, that's a great step. You know how you've heard in your lifetime many times, they say weed, cigarettes, they say alcohol, the gateway drug. I just want you to replay what Sage has said, and just go back 13 seconds. LSD. These are hallucinogens, right? And what happens is that, and I have experience with my brother, God rest his soul, and it's not even on the same level, but so I had a brother that pretty much lost his mind, unfortunately, to angel dust. Probably completely opposite, but at the same time, without the research and hearing from his friends and hearing from the different, and this is back in the 80s with the gods, so like they on and shop on and knowledge, and all of these cats sitting around, listening to the early days of Run DMC. One might be smoking the woo, one might be smoking whatever, trying crack, and it's good. My friend took it or whatever. No, we have the information, a highway, which is called the internet. We can ask holistic. The holistic community is huge. It's unbelievable. There are doctors, medical doctors, that are literally falling back on transcribing actual medicine and giving holistic solutions.
Absolutely.
Just as and you can call these people. You can they're on the internet now. So, if someone, which I'm talking about the gentleman in particular, which was a very, very, it was a real big disappointment to me, and I'll tell you why. His pitch was as if he were a drug dealer selling weed on the corner. It was the same exact thing, and I presented to him several times, in several instances, and in several different tapings. I said, what is the difference in benefit? And then if we take it from a legal perspective, now in New York, if you get caught with or whatever, well, first of all, weed isn't legal, so I don't know if there's a size that you're transporting, a tremendous volume of, paraphernalia, but maybe there's nothing. What is that rule when it comes to mushrooms? The way that it's packaged, because weed comes in a dime bag, a 20 or a sack or whatever, an ounce or whatever, so the cops know what that look like. So when you see a really large encasing of mushrooms, well, do you have a license to carry this? Do you have some type of medical card from the dispensaries? And so when you're getting that particular thing that you're thinking about ingesting, now you got to think about consequences as well. And then the key word that they use, which is microdosing. That is the scariest part of it all, because a spoonful of sugar to me may be a tablespoon of sugar to you. No one has the right regulated anything. You ever seen when we were kids, and it was always your cousin or your older sister, someone like that, and she's making Kool-Aid? Oh, man. And like me, I like my Kool-Aid to taste like Gatorade, but they're like, yo, it's not sweet, but that's not too much sugar. They poured the whole damn bag of sugar in the Kool-Aid. So now you got enough water. You got enough water in that sugar. You know what I mean? So microdosing, that's a very slippery slope, and it depends on the hand that's feeding. So as you should, live cautiously, hear what people are saying, but you only have one brain and one life. And guess what? So as a child, driving down the Southern State Highway coming from Jamrock or something like that, I take one hit, boom, of weed, trailer load is going to sound incredible, and if I got a shorty in the car, we both going to have a good time. I'm going to get her home, kiss her on the cheek, and then, I get to my house, and it was a good night, and I'm going to have the munchies. I'm either stop at 7-Eleven, or go get me some from KFC, or definitely White Castles on Sunrise Highway. You feel me? Mushrooms, what if you, I don't know, man, you want to drive your car in the wrong lane on the wrong side of the road, and you get out the car and you want to nibble on a tree bark, you just don't know the effects. Am I being a clown? Absolutely, but it was his responsibility to communicate, as opposed to being, if this is your claim to fame, and if you're saying that you have many people coming to you asking, then you have to be able to talk me down. I should be able to talk you down on your points.
Right. And I also wanted him to be able to provide, which is the most important thing to me, and I keep bringing it up, is the medicinal benefits. What I have learned in researching post-conversation, I would suggest, if you are considering, seek, approval from your doctor first. Get their take on it, what they would suggest, how to go about it, because it is important with the microdosing, because what might be right for me may not be right for you. Your PTSD may be different from my cancer that may require different dosing. So seek medical counsel.
A doctor, friend,
medical counsel before you engage.
PA or something like that. Talk to these people. I'm not saying for the advice, the final advice, but why don't you? Okay, I spoke to Brenda. She's a nurse. Spoke to Barbara. She's a this. She's a that. Most of them are saying that the effects are going to do this, and so now you got a list, and then you go to the FDA website. You speak to a professional, and then you weigh it. You know what I mean? But see, to the point again of microdosing. Microdosing and overdosing without proper guidance is the same exact thing. Everybody, I got it. I got this. I can handle it. Next thing you know what I'm saying? Your shit is over your head. Is the end. You know what I mean? And you're too special and beautiful to your families, to me, to Sage, to the community at large to take a chance on something where we just have information at our disposal.
And I think you wanted to hit this point as well.
I didn't want to hit that point ever. I don't ever want to take no shrooms.
No.
Ew.
I think your point is you never want to advocate for anybody's recreational use haphazardly,
including weed, which I enjoy.
Right, haphazardly.
No,
my focus is mainly on. I have learned that there are so many health benefits, and if you have something you've been dealing with for years and you can't find any other way, I would suggest exploring under health guidelines how that this may be an option that may work for you.
So can we agree on this particular point? I'm not trying to be petty, but a little bit. You come into a podcast. You don't know my follower. Maybe you did the research, right? Have some paper. Have some literature. Have some something. Because if you're not coming across as an advocate through a company or some type of representative where you have a badge or some type of doctor where you have the licensing, you're a drug dealer. You got it from a motherfucker in the bag. You took it and you sat on the couch and he had mentioned things like guides. Now I need a guide to guide me out of the high. So wait a minute. I just want a little roller coaster ride or just a little chill and make my what you call it, ribeye, taste like heaven on a plate. You know what I mean? Now I gotta get a guide to get me off the ribeye? Come on, son.
I understand.
I'm gonna fall in the mashed potatoes, bro.
Well, what he was trying to say for first time
users. I know what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
It's just irresponsible is what I'm trying to say.
I understand what you're
saying. You are not the person that should be advocating. If you enjoy it that much, you should go to school. Too many people, it's a shame, but too many people try to be who they are not. And just like me, I'm learning to do public speaking. But guess what? I could take a training right now and get a license, and I don't have to pay for it, right? But I'm not harming anybody's lives or their potential well-being or their income or anything. This is just words giving direction. Now we're talking about entering something that can alter your mind, alter the way that your body reacts, and ultimately alter your thought process that can make you make a really bad decision. You only have one opportunity.
And you're making a very good point. The video, which I still promote, about it on Netflix, a lot of people...
Well, that's not church.
A handful. It's not. But I'm just speaking to the point and actually agreeing with you on this point that some of the doctors, professionals, whatever their career path was, who tried it, they understood the benefits and it transformed their lives to a point that they did go and began to research it and became experts in the field.
I love that. It's just like a pastor. That's why I will never say, I express my relationship with God. But whenever I speak to you folks, I say whatever path of light that's guiding you, whatever your center is, whatever your higher calling is, talk to him or her. But whatever that deity says, it's always going to be based on good. Unless, it's telling you to do something else, and then that's another conversation. But, so I don't have a theology license. I'm not going to act like a theologian. I'm a good man. I'm a great human being, and I want to make sure that, if I'm the last voice that you heard on this earth, and you don't want to listen to Puff Daddy, you don't listen to Lil Wayne, let me just turn on something randomly, right? When you're out of the billions of people you can find, you land on my voice and Sage's. We got something good to say. It's gonna be wholesome. That was a good dish, man. When I turned that thing off, you know what I did? I folded my clothes, and I could smell the Febreze in the clothes. It was the birds were tweeting, and you know what I mean. Or I looked at my wife and I said, "Hey, look, man, God, you're beautiful, and it's worth it." You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? But if we have to, the first, one of the biggest flags and the most dangerous flag that this gentleman mentioned was, you have to have somebody guide you. So, in hospice, they have nurses that take care of people emotionally and physically. These people are being guided on their way to exit the earth. You have to go to school forever to do that. A nutritionist at school, you're just making hamburgers and grilled cheese, occasional macaroni, right? But guess what? That person needs to know in this school about 22% of these students can't have any type of
Special
nuts.
dietary needs. Yeah.
You have to. So you know how hard it is to qualify these people. These people have to pass a class. Now you're on somebody's dark living room couch with some candles burning and Bob Marley's on the wall, and you got some nice music playing, and you taking these little micro doses out of a Ziploc, talking about you're gonna experience things. Motherfucker, you about to see spiders on the ceiling, and you know it because you're gonna think in the beginning, oh, this isn't working. Maybe I should just take a little bit more. Now you pass the limit. That's gonna be 90% of the people, and you know it. You're responsible. You're a woman of a certain age. I'm talking about the children that find this motherfucker cool and says, you know what, he did it, I'm gonna do it. Next thing you know, how many statistics have we seen, have we heard?
And you know what? I didn't even think about it from that point. You know, I was just completely focused on our adult demographic who would be responsible. You hit on a point.
I'm just saying.
That's why
man.
UD Wells in the building.
Hey, I'm in the building, and right now we love the children. We love ourselves, but we are responsible for a legion of humans. And if I don't say this enough to my white people, to my Asian people, to my brown people, to any culture, this is inclusive. We love y'all too. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying, without you there can't be no us. You know what I'm saying? It's all fruit punch. We're a salad bar. When the aliens come down from the spaceship and come and eat us, they're gonna say, you know what do I feel like? And his wife's gonna be like, me, burp, me, translation, come on man, hurry up. You do this every time with the side. You know what? I feel like a side of Dave. He likes that light skin meat. Ooh, and then I want some Korean. But I just want the foot. And then you know you're gonna look at the African American chick. He's like, yo, give me some of that booty.
Some of that rump
Put it on the
roast.
plate, put it on the plate. And then you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what? I want it to be a little spicy and a little bitter. So yeah, let me get some of that carrot. No, I'm just playing. That was a joke. That was a joke. Am I? But my point is that we all have a responsibility to take all these things into consideration because there's no straight path. It's windy. There are going to be blind spots. And you know what? You don't want to be that person in the ER and the doctor comes out with the clipboard and the glasses halfway down his nose and a frown on his face and you standing down the hall and and the doctor does the head nod and it's not going up and down, it's going side to side. And you were the person that was responsible for this whole journey, or as they call it, trip. So be responsible, people. You know what I'm saying? You only have one life to live, all right?
And that's why these conversations are important, because what if someone listening heard us and they're like, you know what, I was about to explore it on my own. I'm glad I heard this. Labor of love.
Hour. So as I mentioned on this particular episode, we're gonna take you guys on the journey of it's one of my favorite albums. It's one of my latest albums. It's called Memphis, and I did want to get down to Memphis to authenticate and take some pictures where Dr. Martin Luther King left us, and experiment with the food. But the logic behind it in the naming process is that when I think about good times in my life, is always associated with good food, good times, good music. So I could have said Mardi Gras, I could have said Vegas, but Memphis seems like a wholesome place inside of Tennessee, and so that was the thought process. And one of my favorite things to consume is ribs, and so I would often look at the Food Network and I would watch those rubs, and so that's like a food porn to me. And so I also had the opportunity to test the elasticity of my lyrical ability, and I still feel like anybody that want, come and get. No, I'm gonna there, Dave. But
always throwing the gauntlet.
Hey, let's go, baby. I'm a New York street dude, and we're always gonna be competitive because who's gonna be flyer? So without further delay, Sage, did you want to add in?
One more quick plug for Memphis. And you were talking about wanting to go there. And here's the thing about this particular album, because I have had the great pleasure to listen to it a few times over. And there's pleasure and pain in this album. And that's the same thing about the city of Memphis. The history is not always a great history. but there's also wonderful things to see. They have the Riverwalk, they have the museum, but then there's the history. There's the Pettus Bridge, there's the Lorraine Hotel, but there's also the Peabody.
Lorraine Bobbitt?
The Lorraine Hotel. That's where Dr. King was shot. Um, so consider that when you hear the title Memphis and you consider the city, that all the beauty, all the love, and all the pain is in this album as well. And I promote Memphis. Would you like me to introduce you?
Nah, I got that.
All
So
right,
this your
go
boy
ahead.
D Wells in the building. I'm singing from my heart. I love y'all. I hope y'all share with me one day like I share with y'all, because I'm an open book. So, now all jokes aside, complete humility. I thank God for my ability. And enjoy.
I'm a clown with a smile and it's turned upside down. I'm a proud man and I'm glad that my skin is brown, light skin. I got freckles too, yup. I love men, women, and children and everything that's in front of me, man. Yeah. And sometimes I gotta be a bad man. I got more freestyles than a fashion show for nothing. I made more albums off the top of my head than most of your rappers out here. And there's no paper nowhere laying around, you can't find it anywhere. And my albums are considerably better than yours. My shit is pumping. And you wanna know something else? In the likeness of NAST Nas or Hova, Royce the Five or somebody like that. Black Thought, they keep the shit alive and they keep their brothers inspired. I could've said nigga, but then I be in line with one time. Or government officials that don't want blacks to survive, or don't want unity to be the drive, or share anything that we can take back to our community so we can thrive. We don't require your permission no more. We're gonna take to erase this hate and amplify our great. Do me a favor, my flame, yo. Stay out my way, because there's way too many vacancies at the bottom of the lake. Nigga. Well, the definition of nigger is definitely not brother.
Memphis. D Wells always.
And this one is from and by said one of my partners, man. His name is D Matty. He's from Long Island, New York. Yeah, Daniel. Well, I don't want to say his name, but D Matty. He blessed this track, man. He called it El Salvador. It's just fire. He's bilingual. He's Dominican. And he always comes with it. He's one of the most lyrical cats I know.
My state of mind is out the
Check it
state
out.
of mind. Time to deliver. Cooking it up on a sábado. Felt Cajun, no papado. A mi cabe fever so vámonos. Medi on deck, he phenomenal. Cooking it up on a sábado. Felt Cajun, no papado. A mi cabe fever so vámonos. Medi on deck, he phenomenal. Cooking it up on a sábado. Felt Cajun, no papado. A mi cabe fever so vámonos. Quarter tank, limits where I go. Driving east on the 347. I copped a few snacks from the 7-Eleven. I'm back to the crib with a pad and a pen and recording these bars here. Myth, not a legend, but rap with direction. These punchlines got extended reach. From Throgs Neck out to Venice Beach. Houston, Texas out to Tennessee. Sipping Hennessy, smoking hella weed in our altered state for the chemistry. Back on my grizzly, now time to rant. You're getting the point like John Morant. I'm cooking it up like barbecue. Inspiration, what the artists do. This all of my blood in the particles. Every ball over par, this ain't hard to do. Not a golfer, every ball over par. I'm about to light me up a bogey. 34, I'm a OG. So much substance, but on OD. Cooking it up on a sábado. Felt Cajun, no papado. I mean, cabin fever, so vámonos. Medi on deck, he phenomenal. Cooking it up on a sábado. Felt Cajun, no papado. I mean, cabin fever, so vámonos. Medi on deck, he phenomenal. Cooking it up on a sábado. Felt Cajun, no papado. I mean, cabin fever, so vámonos. A quarter tank, limits where I go. D Wells said, take it to Memphis. I count on me like the census. Grit and grind like Tony Allen. I'm on guard and defensive. Always deliver like UPS. Giving y'all jewels, not far from a diamond, but straight out the field like Mookie Betts. Artful Dodger, watch what I steal. Yeah, checking the time, then watching me peel a silver bullet. Chase a shot in. Don't get on the line, I'm just bar hopping. Hit record and I'm all locked in. Cooking it up on a sábado. I'm cooking it up on a sábado.
And so, my man always crushes every project that I ask him to touch. And, anytime we've gotten on a track together, we just blessed ourselves, we blessed the world. And we're the home studio artists that we're just going to blast off every chance we get, man, and we enjoy it. We make music for the hell of it. We make music because we're good at it. We make music because we're competitive. We make music because when we say we're competitive, come with it. You got something to say, yo. Let's see who's better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not better than you, but I'm better than you. So that's just the nature of what we do. And so on this next track, you remember the How, right? The How joint. I don't know how. Yeah, I got a little video. It's silly. It's just me goofing off, but I was riding the curtails of a long-term emotional relationship situation, and I just wasn't over it. And I think that relationships are the food, are the foods for songwriters. There was a movie, I can't remember what it was. Oh, Five Heartbeats. When Tommy Davidson was not Tommy Davidson, whatever his name was on the stage, and he was like, somebody told me that I'm going to be a great songer when you go through so much pain, or something like that. And that is the most ridiculously profound thing. Robert Townsend, yeah. It was ridiculously profound, and I think about that because when I analyze my work, some of the most profound, enjoyable experience that I've had out of listening and consuming my work is the stuff that I'm in the most pain about. And so, here comes another one. It's called How.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's How.
It's D Wells in the building. Yeah. It's D Wells in the building.
You know I gotta get my call letters out. You know I gotta get my call letters out.
Seen you in a little while. The way you used to talk to me, you used to make me smile. And when you talked, when you did what you did, and you said what you said, and you gave me this gift. Now you talk to me, send me letters from lawyers, making me feel like I just ain't shit. Whoa, whoa, I got in this with you. Whoa, whoa, hey, I don't know how I got in this with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, and this is why I love this guy. He is an amazing talent. He puts not only the R but also the B in R&B music. And you were talking earlier about what is it about music, and it's because music is universal. It when you hear music, and I don't care what type of music it is, if it's done with an artistry that's from the heart, you have an experience. And particularly with rhythm and blues, it's the blues for me that does it. Blues is the thing that keeps you up all night long, but it's also that drive that makes you get up and go out in the morning. It's the cut that you feel, but it's also the thing that helps you heal. It's late nights, early mornings. It's entertainment, but it's also the thing that makes you cry. All of that is in the blues, and we love it. I don't know what you were about to play, but the very first song that I ever heard from D. Wells.
It puts the sugar in your booger.
Listen. It's a little double-sided, from my opinion as a woman, because the title itself was like, okay, I don't think I want to hear this if this is what we doing. But then you listen to it. So the title of the song is called Six Pumps.
Oh, Lord. You introducing that one? That's
I'm
too soon.
introducing Six
Nah,
Pumps.
not yet. That's too soon, bro.
And
Yo, what you doing?
don't be discouraged by the title. I would encourage ladies that if you find a man that finds you this attractive, he's feeling you just that way.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Save that intro. Save that energy. Keep the same energy. Keep the same energy, boo boo. All right. Two things. Artists like myself, a lot of us like to use auto-tune. You got people out there like Trey. You got Chris Brown all the time. Nobody ever says that about Chris Brown. I don't know why. But Chris Brown auto-tunes the crap out of everything. You got, what's his name from Canada? Ballhead dude. With Megan Thee Stallion. What's his name? Tory Lanez. Same thing. And he sounds nothing like he speaks. It's amazing. His voice is a high register. And he sounds like he's like 13 years old. And another artist, R&B, rapping kind of cat, that uses auto-tunes. Why do I do it? People say you can sing. It just sounds good to me somehow. And it started off as when I used to submit songs to people. I used to put to give the voice, not to sound like myself. I put auto-tune on it, but it's enjoyable, and it's just a thing, kind of like Roger Troutman. Some people, they like to have a flower in their lapel in their shoes. It's just the way that I dress my art to you. So that's all. It's no big deal. And thank you for those that always say, "Hey, Dave, you sing so good, you don't need it." No, I don't, but I like it, and so that's all. Also, yes, to her point. So we in music, up and downs, and I made a brand promise to myself, a commitment that I'm going to talk about it as I feel it, as I see it. And so, margins. The next track that I had in line for you guys was Rain Babies, and a special shout out to Baby Moms. Such a phenomenal woman, phenomenal black woman. She's just one of the most incredible people that I know, and when I speak about these things, I speak about them in supreme truth. Nothing I say is a lie. And it's flattering, not flattering, sometimes it can be jarring and stirring because, wow, I didn't want that out there, whatever the case, but when it comes to some type of breakup, when it comes to some type of heartfelt situation, there's no way to dress it, there's no way to script it, it has to go outside of the lines, it has to bleed, it has to do certain things, and so, I try to make music as authentic as possible. You know what I'm saying? And also maybe not even to not tell the truth, but sometimes I might not say a name because it's too true. But people need to get into being a little bit more authentic with the art because it's not just the sax, it's not just the beat, it's not just the metronome, it's not just the studio musician, but the stories. And guess what? Without you doctoring your story, it may be interesting enough that somebody's going through the same thing. You know what I mean? And so, it's a matter of being truthful with yourself. So I'd like you to take a listen to this one. It's one of my favorites. It's called Rain Babies. And, sometimes that when you're walking in the rain and your eyes are like blurry, right? And you can't see. With the rain in your eyes, you is a sample
You
track.
know what, baby? You was right about a
Beautiful
lot,
sample.
but I was
I'm not trying to tell too
never
many people
wrong
because they
about
don't
a
get it.
little. Not even kinda, sorta. The way that I talk to my daughter and my son, I'm like, man,
Sometimes you
I was the one, the fly one.
you're
Fly
attracted
one
and just
because
talk
he
to you
fly,
like that.
son, and the thing that kept me flying was my battery. It was you. Under my cape, made me look great. Everybody saw me, I was living straight. Damn, let me shake the nigga. Damn. And then I figured it out, and it's gonna be weird to hear me talking about this, but and it played a big part when the babies came. Yup. That's when the problems came, man. And it's not because you don't love me and I don't love you and we don't love our plan, but when the babies came, things were not the same. It was like all the love we had to focus it, man. We had to turn the fun down and the business up, and I was like, damn. But I was like, at the same time, I'm trying to heal from some trauma, man. And she was like, me too. I'ma hold it down for me and you. But for me though, like at the end of the day, it's just for me though. And I was like, alright, chill. Who you talking to? She was like, nah, for real, nigga, you. And I ain't understand what she was saying. Nah. But all the things that she asked for, I was like, no doubt. What's the weigh-in? She was like, the weigh-in is, it's a price, and it might be a bigger price than your life. And if I make the sacrifice on you, and it don't fall through, well, me and you gonna have some beef because in spite of the fly stuff that you showed me and all this cool shit that I believe about you, let me tell you something, my guy. As much as I love you, nigga, I will take your head off. So keep working, keep being fly, never fall down, never fall down. My stepdaddy YN. My mama black, broken though, but she black, man. She acting like that, man. She on the other side of the plane, man. She let me go, bring me in. She let me go, bring me in. Nah, but right now we not talking, so it's time for you. And I said, oh. That's the mathematical. Wow, I think that I'm magical, but I hope that I can hold it down for you. And she was like, you better, cause I will make you great, I will make you better, but nigga, I'll kill your ass, whatever.
D Wells in the building, baby.
This is Earl, and I want to tell y'all stories. I want y'all to listen up.
It's just amazing how what we call love and what we call understanding and trying to build the forever person and the forever family articulates itself in such amazing ways. And it's just like, you never know how you're going to affect it. Just think about this for a second. You never know who's going to get it and how it's going to affect that person and how that person's effect is going to affect you, and then how you affect everything around. So, I think love is a grenade, man. I'm gonna stop playing with this thing called love because love, you a sucker. You play too much. But at any rate, this one is called Earl's Baby Nuts. Enjoy. by Othello. My main man Othello.
Tell you, baby. Oh, now what? The bitch got a job and she only work 2 days. Bitch, come home with a $12 check, bitch. How she supposed to pay a motherfucking bill, bitch? Oh, but when I was there, though, hey, I could pay every bill that we had. You kicked me to the side and you thought that shit was cool, bro. Season 10, bitch.
You a little ass nigga with a hairy ass trick, my nigga.
Put your baby not to
Nigga, slow it down, my nigga. You need to think about your baby mama and your daughter, how would they living? You need to listen to the track and get the serious. What the fuck is she spitting? And hey, little sister, you need to stop bitching and dropping these jokes when you're guilt when I'm missing. Rapping is down to the left and you're drifting. Everything you heard of your baby's living.
I never knew a a love like this. Gotta be something to make me write this. Sitting in the room with some mirrors and your pics, looking at your images, thanking God that you exist. Thanking God that you exist. Look at this. We eating murder burgers from moving service, sipping Hennessy and purple Slurpees. Netflix and chill so hot that we forgot to close the curtain. I'm Charlie Horsing and your tummy hurting. I put that work in, but that rock vanilla really hurt me. I open up my eyes and see you when you're really slurping. Adam never thought that he would ever kiss the serpent, but you're the apple of my eye. You can take my rib alive. If you leave me, I'ma die. I just want you for my wife. So many ladies wanna be the Eve from the Genesis. From the Genesis. Then turn around, all of a sudden they're your nemesis. I'm overachieving, you must believe that I'm never leaving. And every move that we make is just like a fabric weaving. And every road that we travel, there's gonna be mud and gravel. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you, baby, when I'm done with this battle. I'm coming home to you.
Somebody,
the
yeah, go ahead.
The variety in this music just always amazes me. Like there's a love ballad and then there's a rap tune. Like this album is amazing, and the way that you communicate stories, and like on the last one with the Rain Babies, having been someone that's gone through, a divorce, there's certain points that you hit in that song that penetrate
I appreciate
and
that.
puncture and resonate. That's the word that I'm looking for.
I just want to talk about it so that I don't look at the edge of this cliff right here and jump right off.
Right. And again, that's what all artistry should do. Is it should touch someone, and I appreciate what you're doing. What we got up next?
So somebody was giving an introduction about a song, so I'm gonna let her do her thing on it because it's one of my favorites too. I just, she's Russian, gosh. But go ahead, Sage, talk about it.
Okay, so this was the first song that I ever heard from D. Wells.
You said How was the first one?
Huh?
You said How was the first one.
Well, you sent me How, and I saw in the lineup Six Pumps, and so I ventured away.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Well, why would you not?
So don't be swayed by the title. I say to a woman, when a man talks to you and he finds you so beautiful, just so fine, that he's like, listen, we at this point in our relationship, I'm just gonna tell you that you so bad. I'm gonna get 6. But you know, there's joking and there's truth within it. But I found it absolutely beautiful and entertaining. And listen,
There's a big surprise at the end.
That's what I was gonna say. The more you listen to the song, you find out it's more than just 6 pumps. So,
You
ladies
wanna
and
listen to the end.
gentlemen, 6 pumps
All right.
by D Wells in the building.
Thank you.
You know, your body is
Really nice.
I mean, the way and how you. All I can really say is that well, check this out. I'ma get 6 pumps in and then I'm done. I'm done. I'ma get 4 kisses in and then I'm done. I'm done. I'm doing it real good and you feel so real good and I'm doing it, you're doing it, it's feeling real good, it's the shit and baby girl, I'ma get 6 months and then I'm done. I'm done. Back your fingernails, they leaving scratches on my body. I can take it every time we get butt naked. I smell the sounds, the way we looking, ooh, the way you move, girl. You grab my member and I tremble, stirring up your soup, girl. And it's so good, yeah. It's so warm in there, and I love to. Your hair. When we reach our peak, you say let it go, and there you say let it go, let it flow, let it flow. You say let it go, let it flow, let it go, let it flow. Move the sheets out the way. Hey, bend over, let me see if you can touch your toes. Make it say whoop whoop like you want alcohol. I like when you arch your back. Then you ask, can I smack that all on the floor? Smack that all on the floor. You say you want some more. I say I got some more. But if you keep touching me in the way you do, I can't promise you that it's gonna last the whole night through. I'ma get 6 pumps in and then I'm done. I'm done. I'ma get 4 kisses in and then I'm done. I'm done. I'm doing it real good and you feel so real good and I'm doing it, you're doing it, it's feeling real good, it's the shit and
Well expressed by my man T-Pain. There is way too much monotony in music and inability to be expressive, and I will definitely say that's due to the record labels. I'm just gonna, Prince hits on it all the time. Michael Jackson hits on it all the time. The artists are starting to hit on it all the time. That's why a lot of them go over to Koch or little independent 360 deals and things of that nature. I often say the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? You hear the same 10 songs on the radio, and there's a lot of people that are being excluded from the 10, and those are the real artists. Those are the ones that are like plugged into stuff. I mean, those are also the ones that need to get their bars up and have, their artistry a little bit more professional, or at least proficient enough to be competitive. But, like, how does a guy like Dave compete with a guy like Drake when, what I'm saying, he's basically, he's probably one of the last people that could go to label and be like, yo, give me $2 million, up front, what I'm saying, I'll use that to whatever, take nothing out of pocket. But he doesn't have to do that because he's damn near a billionaire. So that being said, well said, T-Pain, and Six Pumps, man, really enjoyed making that song because it was fun, it was to the point, and who every now and then they'll get the I'm sorry.
We would hope that you wouldn't, but
this
I guess
never
it happens to everyone.
Listen, yeah, there's people they're selling it on Instagram now, like taking those pills, and the Spanish dude and this chick, and he's like, yo, just take it. I remember that commercial. He's like, yo, your girl's gonna like it, you're gonna be better, it's gonna be firmer and harder. And so where that's going, I don't know why, but hey, Six Pumps, I mean, oh, you bad. That's a compliment. So
you know what? That's that entertainment value. And thank you so much for, with everything that's going on in the world, war and the threat of democracy and women's rights, and listen, just a little pain medicine, just a little something to take the pain away. D Wells, you doing it for us. We appreciate it, bud.
Well, we hope that there's never a war on democracy, but definitely I appreciate that, and as I grow and go, I take everything into consideration, and it only gets better. So I think I'm going to play one more. And then I want to get back to talking because I know that there's a few things on the agenda for this evening for us both. And so I want to get down to some other stuff. And so one of my favorites that I like on this particular album is called Likes. And basically, I got a buddy. She's I'll protect her name to protect the innocent, but one of my favorite people in the world. Known her for over 20, 30 years. And we had a great relationship, great friendship, great relationship. And, what I'm saying, the circumstances that we built the relationship on, it didn't succeed, but we remained great friends. But there was an intensity between us to the point where we literally only speak on Instagram. And she'll put something up, and I'll be like, likes, or like, should I say, or she'll see something from me, and she'll be like, and, we'll talk in between every now and then, and we'll talk about how we really feel about each other and everything like that. But should we even open that up, Pandora's box? It may not be worth it. So we enjoy that. And how many people do you know that, what, I'm not really messing with this guy, I don't want to go down this road, but you know what? What he did was funny, or what he did was profound, or what he did was whatever. So, you going to get that like.
Yeah. That happens all the time. No, not to cross that threshold, but yeah, I'm going to let you know that I see you.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful day right now. Thank you, God, for life. I'm having a great day right now. The boy D Wells in the building, and I just want to talk to you about IG. On IG. I lay down the craziest metaphorical images with some words connected to them, and it makes your brain go bow with all of your cerebellum. And all she does is likes. Like, and I realized from your likes that the potency of what we were doing when we were doing everything that we did. It was everything that you like, but some things that we did was like, nah, kid, chill. Nah, we gotta be just friends. And I wanna say so much to you, but all I got is a bunch of likes. Isn't that magnificent, the way that life unravels your life? A whole fantasy about life is about likes. And I like it. Thanks for talking to me consistently. What wasn't the best deal to you? Wasn't the best, cause I thought I had it, but I didn't have it. But I was talking so flavorfully. And then we lost each other, and then 5 to 10 years went by. And then one night, I was like, yo, I'm gonna kill this bitch, yo. I swear to God on my life. And you was like, that's the best like in my life. Oh my, yo, nigga, oh my mama. Everybody that's out there that's giving likes consistently but quietly, with a certain standard.
You did sit in the background.
It has to be profound.
Doing the Roger and the rerun.
It has to express growth.
Yeah.
And about everything that you like or you're into. And in spite of whatever happened between y'all, you still like, you like it, you like it, you like it, you like it, and I'm so excited when I see that you like it, yeah. Isn't that nice? I like when you like. I like when you like.
I was just playing one more, but I did get the stamp of approval, and coincidentally or not, she liked. So, tell me how we communicate, get my point across, because
we know that you do.
Don't you dare make me go get Earl, because we'll tell you something. We ain't doing that today.
It's too early for
It's too early. No, it's actually 3 and change. But yeah, one more. Maybe I might not play the whole thing. I don't know. Check out one more. I'm having a good time. This is fun. You having a good time?
I am having an amazing time. But I love it when we do this.
Yeah.
Because I know music is a passion of yours, and even though I can't sing, music is a passion of mine. I love it.
Everybody can sing in the shower.
In the car.
In the car.
I am a car specialist.
Yes. Looking over somebody singing their heart out, and you catch them, and they don't know you watching them.
You groove it.
Best. Just don't dig up your nose, whatever you do, lady.
Yeah, but so intro.
We're gonna end it on this one, Bob. This is when I closed out the song or whatever, closed out the album. And so we're off to the next thing, and the next thing that I'm working on is called Urban. Yes, I am, and this song is just about when you're in a relationship. It's about expectation. It's about fulfilling expectation and receiving fantasy, nutrient, nourishment, and just inner encouragement. You have to be honest with yourself when you're in a relationship, or how's it gonna work. So this song just embellishes on that point a little bit.
Some God and a little bit of truth, some faith and a whole lot of proof. Every time that I'm stepping in another booth, everybody knows that I'm gonna spit proof. What more you gonna do? Sometimes we get the last and sometimes we get the short and another stick. Short and another stick.
And so, the journey of listening to Memphis, there's a lot more tracks that I didn't play. When I say Heat Rockers, boy oh boy. But I'll send you the links, or I'll put it in the description. The link, I have it on SoundCloud. It's doing pretty good numbers, and I'm proud of this work. Like I said, for a guy that's just sitting here making music to share, to heal, to help, and just advertise and show talent, I think I'm doing all right, and I'm happy with wherever it lands. Sage?
Yeah, as well, you should be. You should be very, very proud. I'm very, very proud for you. We thank you for allowing us into your space and sharing this part of yourself with us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking this journey to Memphis with us.
Oh, journey, yeah, because we still got some stuff we got to talk about, right?
We still got some stuff we got to talk about.
Do we?
We always got something to talk about.
We do.
But thank you for taking this journey to Memphis with us. And
I'm humbled.
listen, I am privy to the process, and I just got to tell you guys, in the oven, there is a fire, and you're not ready for the stuff that's coming out on Urban. It's going to be great. That's it for the music portion of the Chop Chop Shop. Thank you for joining us on WCHOP.
Oh, I like that.